Okay, again, first attempt at editing, so this is going to be crap, but well, oh well. I'm wearing gloves because all of this gets very messy, especially when you go to clean it. If you see me looking down here, I have the GoPro app. I'm doing the preview thing because I'm recording this myself. So as far as shooting it, I already said before, like, it shoots about the same as a 5.56. When it's quiet, like it's very, very, very quiet. At 25 meters, the shooting range out here, there's a berm, and in front of it they have some steel posts, and they put up 8x4 particle board, and you can staple your targets to it. At about 25 paces, not 25 meters, about 25 paces, shooting this, I could hear the projectiles impacting that board. That's how quiet this thing is. At 100, easily hear the projectiles impacting the berm. Every time. It's very, very quiet. This is the 12-inch suppressor. They also make a 9-inch. I don't know how much quieter the 9-inch would be. I don't know how. It'd probably look cooler because it'd be a little bit shorter, but I wanted the maximum sound suppression out of this, so I went with the big one. So the first time I went out shooting it, like I said, I had that crap ammo. It was very frustrating to try and shoot that. I also had some Winchester white box. The first time I took it out, halfway through shooting, I wanted to see how hot this was. And it had, when I put my hand up here, it rotated. So it had rotated about a third of a turn, maybe a quarter turn, which is not good. That's not something you want. That's how you get baffle strikes. So I tightened it up. So now every time I go out shooting, I'm very paranoid about, at the end of a magazine, I'm wearing gloves when I shoot. So I tighten it back down. This last time I went out shooting, I shot a lot, almost 600 rounds. And I didn't have an issue with it, but I was also paranoid about it. I also tightened this up. Like, I cranked down on this. So when you shoot this a lot, the entire suppressor is aluminum, except for where it threads into the barrel. That is steel. At the range, when I was done shooting, I tried to take off the suppressor, put it back in the case, and put it back in the box because the paperwork's in the box, to take it home. I couldn't get this out of here. I think because of thermal expansion, the nut at the inboard side of the suppressor, it was stuck on there. When I got home, it cooled off. Pretty sure it was thermal expansion. I was able to take it off. I believe on YouTube I can't take this off. But through the power of learning how to edit, I'm going to take it off and just edit it out and then cut in. Okay, welcome back after that very professional edit that I'm sure turned out great. So here's the lower. I don't think I'll be able to get in there and show you the ports, but this has ports just in front of the chamber, so your projectile never makes it to supersonic. It's one of the things that makes this so quiet. So when you're shooting, basically all you're hearing is the gun cycling. This last time I went to the range, there was a guy there, and I let him shoot a couple rounds, and I stood off to the side 10 or 15 paces, and giggles. A lot of giggles. A lot of giggles from him, a lot of giggles from me, because it's just awesome to shoot. It's very quiet. Very, very quiet. It's not Hollywood quiet, but it's pretty quiet. So we will, yes. So here's the suppressor, HITEC Arms. So here's the front end, here's the outboard, the inboard end. This piece, this nut, threads, that's the adapter from the upper to the suppressor. It's steel. I'm pretty sure everything else on the suppressor is aluminum. So this expanded, got stuck on here. When I got home, cooled it off. I was able to take it off the first time I went shooting. So the second time I went shooting, same thing. I couldn't remove the suppressor from the upper. Got it home, was able to thread it off. However, this time I shot so many rounds out of this. Not the quickest, but fairly quickly. I can't unthread this one anymore. It's got two holes. for the spanner wrench there. Also on the front, same thing. 2 holes for the spanner wrench. So I'm able to get the spanner wrench in here, or on here. I'm able to take off the front cap, the tail cap. It's just stuck. It's just really, really stuck. And I soaked it overnight. I took the end cap off, took out the baffles, took out everything, and I just put CLP in here overnight, and it just won't come off. And I will... I hit the table. So, here is the booklet that came with it. You could see on this end, I'm going to have the end cap, baffle, baffle, baffle. It's got 6 baffles. Then it has in here, it has a barrel guide that goes over the end of the barrel and makes sure you're all lined up. But on the other side of that, this is your primary expansion chamber. So right back here, this is where the ports in the barrel are going to be, and then you got your steel thread. There's a sleeve right here. I also cannot get that out. It took a lot of work to get the baffles out after I fired it, 600 rounds or whatever. I had to really work at getting them out. Also with the barrel guide, I had to really, is that what it calls it? Barrel support. So with the barrel support, I had to pound it out. By the way, I used the spanner wrench. I stuck it in this end because the spanner wrench opens up, and so I stuck it in this end and I was just kind of hammering it out, which worked right. However, that 5.1 barrel support is aluminum. The spanner wrench is steel. So when I got the barrel support out, I had buggered it up pretty good. So don't do that. Use a piece of wood, a wooden dowel or something to try and pound stuff out if it's stuck. I was able to get a needle file set and clean up the barrel support. I'll show you here in a little bit. I cleaned with the barrel support and now it works, but don't be dumb. Steel on aluminum, steel's gonna win. Actually, let me go ahead and do that now. Another practice in editing. I'll go ahead and take apart the suppressor. I'll get the baffles and everything I can out, and we'll go from there.